Hello, my name is Alona. I'm from GetProspect support team, and today I'll tell you more about our platform on our first live webinar. So I'll tell you more on how to use GetProspect and the best ways to find new leads with email addresses. We will observe the main GetProspect email search features. Also, we will observe how to filter the leads, how to store them, how to export them, and many other useful tips. Okay, so let's start now, and we are starting from our GetProspect homepage, and first of all, I'll sign into my account. Okay, so we are in now, and first of all, we'll start with creating a new list where we will be saving leads. So first of all, I go to the list page here. And from this page, you can create new lists, you can manage them, you can store your leads in these lists. And let's create the first list now by clicking the Create List button. So let's name it and click Save. So now we have a new list which will store our leads. Also, you may create folders. Folders serve for storing lists. So for example, let's create the folder one. So now we have the folder one, and you can move your lists into the folders. You can create unlimited lists as well as unlimited number of folders. So now we are ready to start our search and to search new leads. So for that we have several features, and I'll start with the most popular of them, which is our Chrome extension for LinkedIn. With Chrome extension, you are able to get leads from LinkedIn and find the email addresses. So first of all, click on the extension tab in our account. That navigates us to the Chrome Web Store, where we can install the extension from. So we click Add to Chrome button and install the extension into our browser. So now when it is installed, we are ready to go to LinkedIn and to start the search. So let's go to LinkedIn account. So now we can make some example search, like for example, let's search for the CEO. Then we click All Filters, and let's select the United States as the location. You may use any search criteria which you are interested in. Also right now we are using the extension on basic LinkedIn, but also the extension works with the premium LinkedIn, with Sales Navigator account, and also with Recruiter account. Once you apply your search criteria, you can see the search results on LinkedIn. And just a moment. So let's sign into the account. So once you see the search results on LinkedIn, you can also see the GetProspect checkboxes next to each of the profiles. Now you have several ways on how to save these leads and how to find the email addresses for them. You can either select them manually, one by one, by selecting the checkboxes. You may also select all with clicking the Select All checkbox. And also you may choose to select multiple pages at one click. So for that you need to input the number of pages here. For example, let's save 2 pages. Then here in this GetProspect pop-up, you select the destination list, so the list in which you want to save your leads. So right now we are selecting list 1, and then we click the Start button. So now how the extension works, it visits each of the pages individually and scrapes all the data from these profiles and then find the email addresses for them. Also, to protect your LinkedIn account from being banned by LinkedIn, we have the specific limits. You may see them here. Leads added in last 24 hours. So our limits are 800 leads for 24 hours for basic LinkedIn account and 1800 for Sales Navigator account. When you hit this number, GetProspect will shut down and it will show you the time and date when you can continue your work. So right now our results are saved into the list, and we can go back to GetProspect account and check them. So let's go here and we click list 1 to open the list. So here now you can see the results. We imported 20 contacts from 2 LinkedIn pages of results, and you may see the names and the email addresses for them. So let's click on a contact to see which are the data we get about the contacts. So here on the right you can see the full leads data. You may see the email addresses, then first and last name, location, then company name and company position, and also LinkedIn URL and profile summary. Also, if you click on the company name, you may open the full company data, such as company name, domain, industry, size, location, and company description. Also, GetProspect verifies all the email addresses which it finds. So you can see here the colorful dots. They can be green or yellow ones. So the green ones mean that email addresses are valid and they exist, and we guarantee the accuracy for such email addresses for 95%. And the yellow ones mean that email addresses are acceptable or unverifiable emails, and the accuracy for them is about 60–70%. So that's how you can save leads from LinkedIn and get their email addresses. Moreover, let's go back to LinkedIn account. So I mentioned the limits, and if you want to save more leads than these limits allow, we have also the solution for that. You may use the fast mode. Let's enable it. So with the fast mode, GetProspect doesn't visit each profile individually. So it scrapes those data which is available from the search page. For example, about this contact, it will get the name, the position, also the company name, and then based on the company name, GetProspect will find the email address. So in this case, you get a bit less information about the contact, but you still get their email addresses, and you may also save unlimited number of leads. So let's save one page with the fast mode. Okay, that's done. So you may see that the leads were imported here, and right now GetProspect is also searching for the email addresses for them. So that was what we wanted to tell you about how to use our Chrome extension, but we also have other features which you can use to get leads with email addresses, and one of them is called Search, which you may find in your GetProspect account. So let's go on the search page. So with the search, you can get leads from our own database, which consists also of LinkedIn leads, which were ever added to it by all of our customers from LinkedIn with the help of our Chrome extension. So to use search, you don't need LinkedIn account. You just need to fill in the search criteria which you are interested in. You may see the search filters here on the left side. So you may filter by position, seniority level, by specific keywords, by location, and also you may select some company filters, as for example, company name or domain, industry, size, and location. So right now we are going to make some example search. For example, let's search for the owner in the Europe. You may also apply multiple items in one filter. For example, you can choose multiple positions as well as multiple locations. And you may also exclude specific filters. For that, you need to click on the filter and it will be excluded. So for example, I don't want to get any leads from Asia, so that's why I excluded this location. So right now we can see the search results here. We can see the first 100 of them, and now we can save leads into our list. For that, I click the Save All Leads button. Then you need to select the list. So let's create another list. And then you input the maximum number of leads which you want to get from the search. For example, let's save 50 for now. And then we click Save Leads. So the search will be started right away, and you'll be navigated to the Manage Searches page, where you can see the status of your search and you can see all your history searches. So right now our status says in progress, and when it is done, you'll see that the status will be changed to done. Also, I would like to show you one more feature which you can do with the search. So if you have the list of company domains which you want to get email addresses for, to get leads for, you can also do that in one click. So let's create the new search now. Let me copy some company domains which I have. So you may see in the company filters the filter named domain. So we open it, and then we paste here the list of the company domains. You may paste up to 500 at a time, and then click enter. So you see here that the domains were inputted here, and right now GetProspect found the leads in our database which are associated with input companies. After that, you may also save them into your list by clicking Save All Leads. So that's another option on how you can get leads with email addresses according to your various search criteria. Also, one more feature which we have is Enrich of your existing contacts. So let's go back to the Contacts tab. And from here, we click the Import button. Then click Start an Import. So here you will be offered 3 options on the lists which you can import. So it can be list for data enrichment, it can be existing list when you upload your existing contacts just to store them all in one place, and also ignore list when you upload the contacts which you don't want to find in your future searches. So right now we are going to upload the list for data enrichment. So you can upload the CSV file which contains such data as first name, last name, and the company name or the company domain. And based on this information, GetProspect will provide with the email address and other additional data such as position, location, and company details. So let's select the list. So once you uploaded the list, you will need to match the columns from your file with the GetProspect columns. So some of them will be matched automatically, as you may see, like first name and last name. And we also select the company domain here. You may upload any of the columns which you have, so you can just select the properties for them here. And after that, we click Next. Then you need to give the name to your import. So by default, that's the name of your file which you uploaded. You may change it if you need. And also you can select the destination list for the contacts. So I click Save Contacts to List. And let's create some new list for them. For example, list 3. And click Done. And the file will be uploaded now. So we just need to wait. And you can also see all your imports on the past imports page, and you may see the status of the import. So let's click on it. So here you can see the results. If you remember, we only uploaded the names and the company domains, and GetProspect found all the other information for these contacts. So if you click on a contact, you'll see that GetProspect also found the email address and verified this email. It also found the LinkedIn URL, the profile summary from LinkedIn, and also the company details. So if you click on a company, you'll see the full company data. So that's another option on how to get leads and how to enrich your existing contacts with additional details. As for now, also we have other option if you want to enrich a single contact, like if you don't have the file with multiple contacts and you only want to get email for some single name. In this case, we go to Enrich page here. So here you may input the name and the domain for a specific contact, like for example, let's search for the email address for Elon Musk. So we input the first and last name, then the domain, And the search for the email address will start it right away. So you'll see the name, the full name, and the email address, which GetProspect will find in a few seconds. You'll also get the full company details. And moreover, you can see how many leads associated with the company we have in our database. And if you click on this button, you'll be navigated to the search, and you can also save other leads from this company. As well, you may, if you don't have the name and you only want to get leads from some specific company, or you just want to save the company details, you can also click here on the Find Company, and here you input the company name, like for example, Apple. So you'll get here the company details. And also, again, you can click on the button with employees found. And then from the search, you may save the employees for the company. So that's all about our main search features. Now let's go back to the contacts page. And I'll show you a bit how you can filter your leads and how you can manage them. For example, you can change the columns which you see on the table. For that, I click Edit Columns. And here you can select which data columns you want to be displayed on the table. Like, for example, let's select also the position and LinkedIn URL. So you'll see this information here. Also, you can filter your leads not only by lists, but also by specific data. Like, for example, we have filters here, the default ones. For example, you may open all the contacts which have email addresses, or all the contacts with valid emails, or all the accept all, and so on. But you can also create some custom filters. For that, we click Add Filter here. And then you may filter by specific data, for example, by position. So let's select, for example, owner. So now GetProspect found us all the owners which are in my account, in all my lists. And you may also select other filters to add them to this existing filter. Like, for example, let's select some specific location. For example, let it be United Kingdom. So right now we can see all the leads which fall into these two filters, which have the position as owner and which are located in the United Kingdom. Then, once you apply the filters, you may save these filters as a view. For that, we click Create View here, and we can name it, like, for example, Owners, the UK. Once the view is saved, you can access it anytime. So you click All Saved Views here. And here you will see your custom views. So we click on it. And when you add new leads to your GetProspect account, and if they fall into these two filters, they will also appear in this saved view. So that's very convenient and easy way to filter your leads in all your account. So one more feature which we have also, I would like to tell you that we have the Workspaces. So we go to the account settings, and here you can see the tab Workspaces and Teams. So it means that you can share all your leads, all your lists, and the whole data in your account with your teammates. So you can create a team and add your colleagues to it, and they all will be able to share same information in same workspace. So all you need to do is just to input the email addresses here and add them to your team. So they will receive the invitation, and after that they will be able to share the workspace with you. So what else can be found in the settings? You can see here the tab Properties. So here you can create the custom fields for your leads. So let's create one just now. So if you don't have if you want to add some custom data to the contact and we don't have the field for it in the default ones, you can create your custom ones. So let's click Create Property. Then you select the object type. So you select to which object this property will be applied. So it can be either contact or it can be company. So we select contact now. Then you select the group. Then the label, it's the name of the property. So let it be, for example, we want to add age. And the description, so let it be leads age. Then you also select the field type. So in our case, that will be the number. And click Create. So now let's go back to Contacts tab and click on the sum of the contacts. And you can see that here we added the custom property, age, and you may input some number data here, like for example. So this way you may add as many new fields for your contact as you need, and also you can customize these fields and input any of data to them. Also, once you found the contacts and get the email addresses, you can now export these contacts and have them in the spreadsheet. For that, you use the export button. You may see it here. So let's click on it. And after that, you can select the file format between two options. And also you may select which exactly data columns you want to be exported into the spreadsheet. So it can be either all of the properties or those which are visible in the table. And also you can customize your choice and you can select the ones which you want to be exported. So for that we select custom configuration here, then click Edit. And then you can select which exactly data you need in your export file. Then you click Export, and your file will be exported right away. So now let me show you how the exported file looks like. So in this file, I selected all the properties which I have. So you get all your leads and all their data in separate columns, as you may see here. And once all the data is exported, you can import this file to some other platform which you use, for example, to your CRM system or to the mail sender which you use. Also, one more option, if you don't want to export your leads, but you want them to be transferred to some other platform automatically, you may use our integrations for that. So let's go to the integrations page. So all our integrations are implemented through Zapier, and you just need to select the platform which you want to integrate with and then set up an integration in a few quite easy and fast steps. For example, let us create an integration now with Google Sheets. So I want my new leads to be added to the Google Sheets automatically without importing them here. So you just need to select the trigger. So that's the trigger action in GetProspect and an action in Google Sheets. So I select here New Contact and select an action Create Spreadsheet Role. So it means that when I add new contact to GetProspect, it will be also created in the Google Sheet automatically. So right now I click Connect GetProspect and Google Sheets. And we'll be navigated to the Zapier setup page. So I need to log into my Zapier account. Okay, so now we need to finish the setup. So we need to, first of all, to log into the GetProspect account, to connect to GetProspect account. Then we click Test Trigger so that Zapier can capture some of the lead in the GetProspect account as a test. And then we set up the action. So the action is create spreadsheet row in Google Sheets. So we need to select the Google Sheet account. I select my account. And then you will need to select the spreadsheet. And also the worksheet in this spreadsheet. After that, I match the fields. In my spreadsheet, I have the fields first name, last name, email, location, and position. And I need to match them with the fields from GetProspect. So let's select the first name. Then the last name. Then the field for email address. Then location. It can be any fields, so you may import any data which you need. And the last one is position. Okay, and now we click continue, then test and continue. So right now the test was successful, and I go to my Google Sheets page with Zapier integration. So you can see that the data, the test data was imported here. So right now I'm going to turn on my integration and test it with some of the search. Like for example, let's save some new leads from LinkedIn search. Let's click select all and save prospects. So now let's go to the Zapier integration page, to the file. And here you can see that the leads are being added automatically within the integration. So you may connect such integration with any of the platform which you need, like for example with your CRM system, and it will work the same way. So when you add the new contact to GetProspect, it will be automatically added into your CRM. Okay, so basically that's all the information which I wanted to share with you today. So right now I'm also going to look through the questions which you asked and answer the most interesting of them. Okay, so I have one good question. I have a list of LinkedIn profile URLs. Can GetProspect find email addresses for them? Yes, indeed, it is possible to do. It's possible to do with our Chrome extension for LinkedIn. So let's go back to our LinkedIn search. And now let's copy some of the LinkedIn URLs of just some random contacts. For example, let's go to this profile and copy the link. So to input the links, we need to open the GetProspect extension. For that, I make just some random search, then click the checkbox. And then I click the Import Profile Links button, which you may find here. So here you can input the list of LinkedIn profile URLs. So let us paste the link. And let's also just copy some other ones so that you can see that that can be made in bulk. So with basic LinkedIn account, you may input up to 800 leads for one time, like 800 LinkedIn URLs. Okay, so we now imported here 3 LinkedIn URLs, and then I click the Import Profile Links button again. So we see that 3 leads processed. Let's go back to GetProspect. And so here they are. The last 3 leads were imported from the links. So you can do that as well. You just copy the list of LinkedIn URLs which you have and then paste them into the extension. Okay, let me check which other questions we have. Does the extension work with LinkedIn groups? Yes, the extension works with LinkedIn groups as well. So let's go to our LinkedIn account and let's open some of the LinkedIn groups. For example, this one. So once you open the group, you need to open the group members. And here you will also see the GetProspect checkboxes next to each of the group member. So now you can select them. And then also you can save them to your GetProspect account. So here you can see that they are now being imported. So that's how you can save leads from the LinkedIn groups. Okay, the other question is, I have a lead list on Sales Navigator. Can GetProspect extract data from them? Yes, GetProspect can also extract leads from your ready lead lists from Sales Navigator. So let's go to the Sales Navigator account now. And let's go to the lead lists. Okay, I have some lists here, so let's open the list. And as well, you can see the GetProspect checkboxes next to the leads in your lead list. So you can now select all of them or select the number of pages which you want to add. Okay, let me check which other questions we have. Okay, it seems like that's it for today. So I don't see any other questions. So I guess that's all for today. Thank you for your attention.